we're just underneath Mamtor. So to the south of me is the White Peak. So that's lower carboniferous marine carbonate platform deposits, all of the limestones. To the north of here, beyond Edale, you get into the Dark Peak, and that's millstone grit, and then above that you end up in the upper carboniferous coal measures and things. So that's kind of lagoon, beach, delta type deposits. So we're in a sequence where the sea level is shallowing and land is encroaching, so it's a marine regression. And so what we have here is a sequence of sandstones, these thick beds, and then between them are things which are more shaly. Within the sandstones you see bedding and some cross bedding and some of it, like the one I'm sitting on, is much more massive, and the bases tend to be erosive, and then they tend to fine up into this more shaly stuff. And this is a turbidite sequence. Turbidites are density flow deposits, and they're produced if you have, say, a delta. The end of the delta is at the slope stability field. You're putting more sediment at the top of the delta, and it slides down and it sits there at this slope critical stability angle. If you have an earthquake or something, a big storm that disrupts that, you end up with a submarine landslide, and all that stuff slides down onto the seafloor and spreads out as a turbidity deposit. So they start off being very high energy, very turbulent, and so they have erosive bases, and you can see erosive bases in some of them. We have things like this. This is actually fluke cast, which the current flowing moves some pebbles along and eroded the base. You get rip-up clasts of stuff underneath, which has been ripped up through this erosive base and deposited within the sandstones. And then it gradually fines up as all the sand settles out, and then the lighter stuff settles out later. And then between that, you end up with normal marine style depositions. So you end up with shales. And in the shales, we have things like these dark things. These are little bits of plant. So we're very close to the land here. We're not a long way out to sea. So these are probably Deltaic turbidites. So it's this intermediate deposit between the very distal, far away from land limestones of the lower carboniferous and the coastal and lagoonal deposits of the upper carboniferous. We're in this transitional sequence of turbidites here.